Cha, 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 cha. Now Rick Ross done broke up with this dang on girl. Like we didn't see that coming, okay? Was it the fact that she showed him no affection in public? Sis knew what the game was. Let me get this exposure, but you will not be touching and kissing on me. Not in the public. I don't. Not in the public. I enjoyed watching her with him. She showed him absolutely no respect. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I just want to go over those two topics, which is Elvis Presley, Priscilla. She done put Elvis out there in her tell-all book. And then Rick Ross. He has some very not so nice well, I didn't watch it because I wanted to wait till I got up here with y'all. But from the comments I read, I was like, oh, he must be salty, salty, salty. But anyway, let me go and get this down. And then we're gonna start with let's go with Priscilla first. Cause I know you black people want to see about Rick Ross. So I'm gonna hold you here. Okay. So real quick about Priscilla. So Priscilla Presley tells all on abortion, Elvis forcing himself on her, and why she never trusted Michael Jackson. How dare she not trust Michael Jackson when you just said that this man who was older than you forced himself on you. Okay, let's get to it. So Priscilla Presley, we're just gonna call her Miss Priscilla, Scylla for short, has revealed Elvis Presley offered her to have an abortion when pregnant with their daughter Lisa Marie in a new memoir. It is just one of several startling revelations that Priscilla 80 makes in a new book, Softly as I Leave You, out Tuesday and seen by Page Six. The former Dallas actress says she struggled to control her wayward daughter, who was left so broken by her father's death in August 1977. Oh, that's a nice picture of them two together. Isn't that cute? And he didn't even want that baby. Um, let's see here. Okay. So this was a picture that they took with the newborn Priscilla, well, Lisa Marie in February of 68. Okay. All right. So Priscilla, let me put this right here. Okay. So Priscilla then introduced Lisa Marie to the controversial Church of Scientology, but confesses she was naive about the religion. And she tells how Lisa battled years of financial woes and drug abuse, at one point taking 80 pills a day before her death at 54 in January of 2023. Wow. My daughter was a conduit. Mm. Complicated and challenging. Lisa was a free spirit, a determined and restless soul. As a daughter of an icon, Lisa dubbed her public persona Lisa Marie Effin Presley. It was an identity that both enamored and haunted her for the rest of her life, writes Priscilla. Oh, look at them. This Priscilla was a little hot. Look at Priscilla. Okay, girl. hmm So, Priscilla writes in her new memoir that Elvis offered an abortion when it was clear they were not ready to become parents. Now, this is a picture with them at the wedding. Now, look. Now, she looked pregnant on the wedding. But see, they saying that she got pregnant on her wedding night. Mm, okay. Elvis and Priscilla famously met when she was 14 and he was 24 and serving in Germany in the U.S. Army. They married in 1967 and only been wed for a few weeks when they discovered she was pregnant. Our wedding had meant I could finally come out in the open, Priscilla said. I was so excited, but when I got pregnant on my wedding night, those dreams fell apart. Neither Elvis nor I was ready for a child. For weeks, Elvis and I worried in silence about what was to come. At my lowest point, I even wondered how I feel if I had an accident and miscarried. I felt so guilty that I was even having those thoughts. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, Priscilla. Okay. What else you got, girl? Then Elvis looked at me one day and asked if I wanted to have an abortion. He told me he'll support whatever I wanted. His words were a wake up call. Then Emmert of it hit me head on, and I began to cry. I told him, "No, we cannot do that. This is our baby." When Lisa Marie arrived in February 1968, the couple immediately fell hopelessly in love with her. Priscilla left Elvis when Lisa Marie was 4 after having an affair with her karate instructor, Mike Stone, but insisted this was not the reason for her departure. Oh my God, okay. When Elvis found out about Stone, Priscilla said he forced himself on her the way he imagined a karate master doing it. It left me with an unhappy memory of my last experience of sexual intimacy with Elvis. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh, her karate coach looks nice. Okay. Oh, that was Lisa Marie. Okay. All right, then we got a picture with Lisa Marie and Michael. Okay, let's see here. Elvis, who frequently cheated on Priscilla, was so upset he even asked his closest pal, Joe, to find a hitman to take out Stone, but was persuaded to calm down. Uh, and I think that's Joe Episcopo. As difficult as it was, I never regretted my decision to leave Elvis, but I never ceased to mourn it. Mm. Raising my daughter was a challenge for both of us. She was strong willed from the beginning, like her dad. She just came that way. Lisa had a mind of her own, and being Elvis' daughter only reinforced that. Okay, that's a famous picture with Lisa Marie and her good Judy. You see him. You see him. Look at Michael. Michael looking like you. Y'all know what it is. How Michael more whiter than a white lady? All right. So, indeed, Lisa struggled to fit in at school, and her go-to line was, "I'm Lisa Presley, my father Elvis Presley, so watch it." When Lisa got into her teens, she became preoccupied with boys, and when she was 14, the world as I knew it fell apart. After returning home from a trip, Lisa said Priscilla's boyfriend, actor Michael Edwards, had come into her room and lifted her bed covers to look at her. Oh. Although Lisa said he did nothing physically to her, Priscilla asked Edward to move out, and 4 years later was sickened when he published a book admitting to a sexual obsession with her daughter. Oh my goodness. How sick is that? Okay, so um Priscilla says she was shocked when 40 years later Lisa claimed in her own memoir, From Here to the Great Unknown, that Edwards had molested her. Edwards has denied the claims. What? I was encouraged to embezzle a harmless anecdote about Lisa Marie in my memoir from the 1980s, and now regret that I did. He previously told Page Six. I understand that these stories sell books, but the notion that I molested Lisa Marie is just a fabrication. Priscilla says Lisa Marie told her something completely different from what was in her book at the time. Of course. I struggled to make peace with Lisa's words, Priscilla wrote, because I didn't hear them until after her passing. We never got to talk about it together. I know I will never have closure. Mm, mm, mm. That is so sad. Let's see what we got here. Okay. By the time Lisa received her inheritance from her father's estate at the age of 25, she was already married to musician Danny Kegel and a mother to Ryan and Benjamin. But the marriage broke down, and Priscilla was appalled when Lisa went on to marry Michael Jackson in 1994, that May. After he had been accused of um, doing things with kids. I didn't believe he loved her, Priscilla said, revealing that she had only met Jackson once. He married her at a time when he desperately needed good publicity that depicted him as a desirable heterosexual man. Mm. All right, Lisa. Mm. What y'all think about that? I think that's what Micah did. It was one thing to fight the charges against him. There was no one to come out of that looking good. But photos of Elvis' daughter wearing a huge diamond engagement ring, he had made for her. That image was pure gold. On January 18, 1996, Lisa filed for divorce. I could practically hear Elvis sigh with relief. Presley said Jackson died in 2009. By 2005, Lisa was broke and sold off 85% of her inheritance. Although Elvis' iconic Memphis home, Graceland, remains with his family. Oh my goodness. Well, you can't get rid of Graceland. That's a moneymaker right there. Now, you get rid of Graceland, you getting rid of everything. All right, let's see here. Let's go on some more pictures of Lisa Marie and her kids. She looked like she was hiding them up. Oh, Lord. Okay. So Lisa Marie Joy and marrying her third husband, guitarist Michael Lockwood, and welcoming their twin girls, Finland and Harper, in October 2008. However, was married by opioids. She was given after the birth. Mm, mm, mm. Lisa had inherited Elvis's vulnerability to opioid addiction and was addicted by the time she left the hospital, Priscilla said. By 2014, the problem had gone way beyond painkillers, and Lisa was taking opioids and mixing cocaine with large amounts of alcohol, leading her to rehab for the first time. This led to the end of her marriage to Lockwood. Priscilla said she was stunned when the truth about Lisa's drug addiction came out in court filings during her 2016 divorce battle. Mm, mm, mm. I had no idea how much poison she was pouring into her body. Priscilla temporarily took custody of the twins, but they went back to their mom after a year. Despite this, Lisa had gone steadily downhill from the day she first left. From the day she first filed for divorce. It was like my daughter was disappearing inside a woman I had never met. She was no longer my Lisa Marie. Her drug usage climbed as high as 80 pills a day. 80 pills a day. 80? 80 pills a day. 80 pills a day? 80. I'm trying to figure out how often are you taking these pills? 80. Desperate to keep her girls, she lived in a tornado of drug fueled emotions with no relief in sight. That's so sad. There's another picture of Lisa. Mm-hmm. She was always furious when Priscilla refused to testify in court and take her side by claiming Lockwood was an unfit dad. Lisa Marie eventually got primary custody, but Lockwood got to see his kids part time. I knew that arguing with her was futile. I would be arguing with her addiction. I also knew with a stab to my heart that she would never completely forgive me, and she never did. I was losing one of the two people I loved the most. I didn't know yet that I would soon lose her permanently. The events poisoning our lives would prove fatal. Lisa Marie lost Benjamin at age 29 to suicide in July 2020, which was the beginning of the end for my daughter, Priscilla claims in her book. We all knew that with Lisa, we were living on borrowed time. Oh, it was when her son died. Oh, that's sad. Um, by the time the pair attended the Golden Globes to celebrate um, the movie Elvis, January 10, 2023, Lisa could barely walk and had to be aided by family friends. She complained to her mom that her stomach was hurting and she left early. I didn't know it was her last hug. Just 2 days later, Lisa was found unconscious by her ex, who had moved back in with her. I knew from the first moment I walked into Lisa's hospital room that she was gone. Lisa had suffered a cardiac arrest after developing a small bowel obstruction and a severe complication of arterial surgery. Mm. Priscilla ends the book saying, "My little wild orchid, I love you forever." Oh, that's so sad. But that's life. What y'all think? Y'all think that man touched her? I believe man touched her. If the girl said it happened, it happened. Now let's look at this, y'all.
Rick Ross has a few choice words for critics after his
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Okay.
split from Jazzma Kendrick.
As a boss, one point I can make for you is your responsibility to make sure you avoid miserable and unhappy people. That shit affects the vibes, it affects the money. And majority of the time, what makes them miserable, what makes them unhappy are suffering the consequences of their poor decisions.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And a miserable person don't have no problem with trying to sit that shit on your lap so you can go through it with them. Boss talk. And before you get up on social media talking any shit, make sure your big fat ass drunk a bottle of water. Drink a bottle of water before you get on social media talking any shit. And let me throw this one thing in. Stretch your calves. Stretch your calves. I can only imagine the pressure that's on them hoofs.
Hey honey bunnies. I just want to get on here and say to everyone that's been asking, stop asking me for money. Like, the way some of y'all be asking me for money is outrageous. Like, y'all act like I'm rich. I'm rich in spirit. But when it comes to money, like, I don't have any to spare, okay? I have a life. I have college tuition I need to pay. If anything, I should be asking y'all for money, okay? Let me drop my cash app. Okay? But no, seriously, please stop asking me for money, y'all. Like, I don't have any to spare. I promise you I don't. I mean, y'all, they be asking me for medical bills. They be asking me for travel. They be asking.
Ooh, yeah, stop hitting that lady up. That is tacky as hell.
Me for rent. They be asking me for everything, y'all. Like everything you can imagine. So I'm like, oh, well, I only need $100K. Oh, that's it? Oh, let me pull out my checkbook. I mean, it is.
I love the necklace, you know.
It is wild, y'all. Wild. I just can't believe it. And let me just set the record straight, right? I ain't knocking you for asking, right? A closed mouth don't get fed. All I'm saying is, I ain't got it. That's it. I don't have it. I don't have it to give, I should say. I don't. Okay, I'm done.
Shout out to my homie Don't Universe. I just got off the phone with my homie. Woo! Y'all know Slippery Soap and AutoZones. Make sure y'all follow Don't Universe and Rick Ross Car Show pages. I'm tagging my nigga. You already know. This that thing right here. I want you to get up on it right now. Y'all see what's going on?
With my big bro.
You already know what it is. It ain't nothing but for life, you heard me?
You know what? She must have hurt his heart for him to get up there and have to post the video, because I don't think I ever recall him actually getting up and posting about one of his little boo things, leave him alone. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me for this whole 19 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, y'all have a good rest of y'all day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, click, share, like. It's free. It's free. I'm begging. I'm begging. I'm begging. Thank you.
I know that this is it. 'Cause I know that I'm giving you a love. A love that you can resist, baby.
Move over, Denzel.